Yo, killing me with this.
So now let's get into the other set of time codes that I got for Ethan before we go and take our smoke break. Now, remember I was telling you how like the crew, they get made fun of for being like the whitest kids in the world. It's actually hilarious because they start talking about, in a newer episode, they start talking about this Ice Spice drama, right? And we're not going to get into that whole thing, but during it, they start looking over these TikToks that Ice Spice was having like this problem with some girl she brought on tour, and the girl's talking real ghetto. That's like, that's the whole Ice Spice thing. You a munch. You a fucking munch, man. You just motherfucker getting me tight as a motherfucker, right? You know what I mean? Shit like that. Now, during them covering this whole Ice Spice idea, they start hearing this chick saying like mad ebonics, a lot of ebonics happening during this. But they don't understand what this girl is actually saying. And it's probably one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. Listen to this.
It's one.
If someone has Trapper in the name, I'm not carrying their bag either. I'm not touching it.
Olivia, I had a quick question.
Yes.
She refers to being tight. Now, does that mean she's low on cash or is she wearing tight clothes? What is she?
What the
Sometimes
fuck?
I don't know how fucking cringy and ridiculous I sound.
So this is like one of the dudes that they do the See You Next Tuesday with. I'm not a member of the H3, so I don't see this guy a whole lot. Just when they pull him out of hibernation or whatever the fuck it is that they got going on with him. I don't even know this guy's name, but he's clearly the whitest guy that you've ever seen in your entire life, okay? You can tell just by the way he's wearing the beanie. So this guy, he starts talking about how this girl in this video of her talking about Ice Spice, she's saying how she was mad tight, She got real tight over this situation. Now, if you're somebody who even understands like a little bit of pop culture, you know that when somebody is mad tight, it just means that they're really angry. That's all it means. They're tight, they're wound up, they're angry as fuck. Okay? That's all that means. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that shit out. If you even know somebody, like I'm 36, right? You know somebody who's 30, you should know what that word means. If you have even one friend if you're 36 and you have a friend who's even 30 years old, you should know what it means to be mad tight. They don't. Listen to this. This is hilarious. It's like the whitest people in the world trying to figure this out. Listen to this.
Trapper in the name, I'm not carrying their bag either. I'm not touching it.
Olivia, I had a quick question.
Yes.
She refers to being tight. Now, does that mean she's low on cash or is she wearing tight clothes? What is she referring to?
Or famous? What was she?
Yeah,
what did that mean?
She said,
I'm
really
gonna be
tight.
honest.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I don't know
meant.
if I know.
What?
I'm tight.
Yeah.
I think it means. When did she say it?
She said like.
She said, I'm really tight right now.
Before she goes in the.
Now listen to this. You hear, this is like, if you could go back in time, right? And you could drop like a saw in the middle of a group of cavemen, it would be like them trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. This is what this is like. They're like discovering fire or something. They don't know what to do with it. Listening to them try to figure this out is hilarious. It's the whitest people in the world trying to figure out commonplace pop culture. It has to be, this is like, if it's not, you couldn't write better satire than this. Okay? Listen to these guys.
I don't know if I know.
What?
I'm tight.
Yeah.
I think it means. When did she say it?
She said like.
She said, I'm really tight right now.
Before she goes in the rain?
In context,
She's not talking about money because
no,
she
it's
goes
in
on to
context
say
of
that.
not wanting to carry the bags. I thought.
Yeah, maybe just like I'm
I
mad.
think she's in a tight outfit. She's in low
That's what I thought.
mobility. Low.
What the fuck is that? So now Ethan, listen to this bullshit. This is so funny. So Ethan says he's the master. He knows. He's Mr. Know-It-All. He's like, I know exactly what it means. It means she's wearing tight clothes. She doesn't have mobility, so she can't carry her bags that well. And that's what she's tight about. The girl, she was dealing with some Ice Spice drama because Ice Spice's security wouldn't carry her luggage while they were on tour. That's the big context here. So the girl said, her security wouldn't carry my bags. I got mad tight. Now they're trying to figure it all out. Ethan puts the context together. He goes, well, she didn't want to carry her bags, right? And she was probably wearing very tight clothing because they're on tour. They like to do that like twerking thing, right? Where they're clapping their cheeks together and stuff like that. So I would imagine her clothes are very, very tight. So it has to do with the fact that she's very tight and she can't move around that much because her clothes are so tight, right? This is what Ethan's figured out. They actually buy this bullshit. Listen to this.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I don't
what that
know
meant.
if I know.
What?
I'm tight.
Yeah.
I think it means. When did she say it?
She said like
She said I'm really tight right now.
Before she goes in the
In
rain?
context,
know.
she's not talking about money because
no,
she
it's
goes
in
on to
context
say
of
that
not wanting to carry the bags. I thought.
Yeah, maybe just like I'm
I
mad.
think she's in a tight outfit. She's in low
That's what I thought.
mobility. Low
Okay.
mobility.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ethan has to be like for somebody whose whole job is to like keep their finger on the pulse when it comes to internet culture. The fact that you don't know what that means, you might as well just pack it up and retire, dude. Like what? You have to know what this means. You have to know what this means. If your whole job is to just pick apart pop culture bullshit, you don't know what the fucking word tight means. You have to get this, okay? So this right here is asinine to me. On top of it being funny, it just goes to prove to you how fucking lazy Ethan is. Now listen to this. The crew, they start feeling a little tight when they find out what the definition of the word actually means. Watch this.
People.
Well, no, actually, she asked, and they didn't have enough room. And then one day, she was told she could bring an assistant, and then after that show, she was told the assistant had to go.
That's
By the way,
why.
feeling tight is being mad.
Yeah, I was just seeing
thank you.
chat.
Also, everybody's saying we're dumb and white for not
Yeah, I'm
knowing
old.
that.
You are dumb and white for not knowing that. Listen to that. Dan being the only one who, like, that's the one thing about these know-it-all types like Dan, that it can actually be good at times. Is like, since Dan is such a know-it-all, when nobody could figure it out, Dan started doing some research. He started checking the chat, seeing what they were saying about it. And the chat is saying, hey, you dumb white retards. The word tight means to be angry. You're idiots and you're white for not knowing that, right? So Dan's figured it out now. The chat has helped. Okay? Now listen to how upset they get when the chat starts calling them dumb white idiots for this.
Is being mad.
Yeah, I was just seeing
thank you.
chat.
Also, everybody's saying we're dumb and white for not
Yeah,
knowing
I'm old
that.
and
Yeah.
white.
So-
I don't expect me to know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was you should.
Yeah, I was gonna be Dio, so.
Why would you call us dumb?
Take my
Listen to that shit. He was so upset. You heard that silence, that pause right there. Every single one of them looking down like, we really are that stupid. Look at all their faces. Ethan, he's doing a little bit of that Tourette's twitch with the wrist. Love is looking down. He's like, I'm ashamed. I should know this. Lena looking down. Gila looking down. AB doesn't give a fuck. AB probably knew what it meant the whole time. He didn't say anything. He's like, finally, I can sit back and watch as these guys look like assholes. You know, he's probably reveling in this. This guy don't give a shit because he really is the whitest guy that you're ever gonna meet in his life. He's like, I don't need to know this shit. I'm fucking rich and white. You know, all of them are ashamed. And then listen to the silence. And then they start getting upset. Why would you call Gila? Why would you call us dumb? Why would you call us dumb like that? It's so inappropriate, okay?
So.
Why would you call us dumb?
take my bags with me to
Because you're fucking dumb.
the venue. You said that was it was smart.
So
for
she's
me to take my
confronting
bags
her.
and the reason why.
Tight needs mad?
And you
I've
even told me
literally
to tell
never
your
heard it
security
used like
to
that my
bring the-
entire life.
It's because you're a fucking loser. Okay? That's the funniest part. Ethan is so upset that he's like, I've never heard it like that. That's bullshit. Why are we that's not cool. You're a fucking idiot. That's why. Okay? So just because you've never heard it doesn't mean that everybody else has not heard it, okay? You happen to be out of the loop this one time. You can't handle it? Okay? Sorry, bud. That's just the way it works.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.